is the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good start, one play, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra, next man up, since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Agnew now to return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st and 10, Smith. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Smith.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Nick Needham picks it off.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. A nice little juke. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide...
Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The catch and the touchdown, They were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Jose Borregales for the extra point.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he will have a Titans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Smith.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Geno now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from his first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on first down. Officially a gain of 5. Well, the numbers for Mostert a week ago: 10 carries,
62 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
7 yards there and a first down. The Vikings at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You talk about this Titan defense.
Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they've been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a knife and sometimes even a 10 to try and stop them from running the ball. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Turner. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Looking to throw.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
2nd down in the yard.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Turner. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Now Geno on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
3rd down and 6.
From the 50, it's Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They have not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's Bryce Baringer now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Vikings to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Here's Hines. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Off of play action, here's Smith. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Out of the gun, Smith. This one caught by Ridley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air again, Smith. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Christian McCaffrey with a couple of touchdowns there. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. 2 touchdowns there for Jonathan Taylor. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants trying to hold on and claim victory. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, what a juke into space. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Draw play. This is Hines. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Swift going to try up the middle. Oh, able to avoid him. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And that one complete to Hodgins.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Throwing now is Geno.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. To throw is Smith. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hunt.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Swift diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Quick slant, complete to Turner.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw here.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now it's Smith.
That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Smith.
And this one too low.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
Borregales now on for the point after.
And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And running with power here. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. 2nd down and 6 now.
Geno down to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Smith.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And brought down, but not before they're inside inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Geno on first down.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. 17-yard.
Throwing is Smith.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Smith throwing again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Geno. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 2nd and 4. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
From the 43, here's 2nd down at 7.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Back to the running game with Mostert.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Minnesota, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.